Okay, Piska Tova, good year. As we learned, Matzi Yom Kippur, the Mishna Yomis, for Yom Kippur Day. Wow, what a schus. What a schus. As we learn the 9th parak of Menachos with Mishna Hey and Mishna Vav, sponsored by the Fisher family, Lila Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi, Shlomo ben Avraham Malevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. We learn, sponsored by Nishmas David ben Chaim, L'Refu Shalema for Yomis ben Chayesar, Yaakov ben Bas Yeleah, for the schus of Avraham ben Yom ben Shmuel Yudis and family. We learn for Yoel Klugman and family, L'Refu Shalema for Meir ben Chayesara, Havidiraya ben Rivka, the Bas Chayesara, Rivka bas Shiraleya, Chana bas Shoshabina, Yitzchak ben Tzion ben Dusha, and Meishmeir ben Esther Fradel. They should have a refuah shalema b'seich shachar Yisrael. Now, the Tanakama of our Mishnah holds that the Isaron that were measured for the Menachos, the interior of the vessel did not contain an Isar. It was only an Isarin when you included the heap. So kol amidos shehoyu b'mikdash, all the measuring vessels in the mikdash, hayu nigdashos, they were, when they were called an Isarin, they're only an Isarin when you heap them up. Chutz mishal Kohen Gadol. You see, the Kohen Gadol, his mincha was split in half in the morning and half in the afternoon. And if it would be heaped, so then when you split it, you might not be able to split it equally. So there, it contained the isaron in the interior. Sheyidudu shalasaycha. Now, this next opinion disagrees with this. The next opinion holds that by dry measure, all of the measures were an isaron in the interior, because that which was outside of the keli doesn't become holy. And as he explains, midas halach, liquid measures, beirutzeyan kodesh, that which goes over the brim is also holy, because when they anointed it with the Shemen HaMishcha, they anointed the inside and the outside. But Midas HaYavesh, the dry measure, they only anointed the inside, and therefore Beirut Zein Chol, that which is heaped, is not holy. Another opinion, Rabbi Akiva says the liquid measure, that was sanctified with the Shemen HaMishcha. And it was sanctified on the inside and on the outside. Rabbi Akiva midas halach kodesh lefichon beirutzein kodesh. The overbrim is also holy, because the outside was also anointed. The dry measure they didn't anoint at all. It's holy only because you sanctified beforehand verbally an isaron, and therefore anything extra over an isaron is not sanctified, because the measure itself is not sanctified. As Rabbi Akiva says, Rabbi Akiva Aimer, midas halach kodesh, the liquid measure is holy, lefikach beritzein kodesh, its overbrim is also holy. Or midas hayavesh chol, but the dry measure is not sanctified, and therefore it's only sanctified because you sanctified the amount of an isaron beforehand, verbally. The fikach beritzein, anything extra is chol, is not holy, because he only sanctified an isaron.
I thought it's whatever you say.
Rabbi Yosi says, no, the difference between the liquid and the dry measure is for a different reason. Rabbi Yosi says the difference between the liquid and the dry measure is because the liquid, when you pour it, and you pour it with a force, even that which is on top first penetrates into the interior and then rises to the top. So therefore, even that which is on the top was once in the interior. The liquid gets mixed up with the interior, and then it floats up to the top. But vayovish ain't a necker. The dry, the stuff that's on top, never penetrated inside, and since only the interior is holy, therefore that which is above is not holy. So we have 4 different ways of looking at this. Now the next Mishnah is simple. It's a rule in Kachim. It's a good, very good rule to know. Many karbanos are accompanied with what we call minchaseyem u'neskehem. Now it's called short nesachim. The libations include wine and a meal offering. Most private and communal offerings have nesachim. Kol karbanos hatzibur v'yachid tu'unin nesachim. All public and private karbanos have libations, with the following exceptions: chutz min habachar, a firstborn; v'maiser, the maiser behema, the animal that is the 10th animal that comes out of the corral; v'pesach, and the pesach; v'achatas v'ashim, and the sin offering and guilt offering. Those don't have nesachim. But there is an exception. There is one type of chatas and ashim that does have a nesachim. Ela shechatas shel mitzayra v'ashamai, the sin offering of the leper and his guilt offering. That's the exception by sin offering, guilt offerings. Those are tu'unim nesachim. Those need libations. All other chatas and ashim and the pesach and the meiser and the bechar do not have nesachim. We want to remind you that Motzei Shabbos Shir is 9:15 at at zoomdaf.com with meeting code all caps RMMW. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful evening.